Hello, my lovelies. If you're seeing this, that means you're a patron, and this video is made specially for you. I'm gonna start doing weekly videos. There'll be vlogs, sometimes there'll be adventures, sometimes there'll be stories, and they'll be about what's going on in my life week to week, and they're made specially for you. Thank you so much for your contribution. I hope you enjoy. Today, we're gonna be talking about the Urban Decay influencer event that me and Spooky went to a couple weeks ago. Let's get into it, shall we? So, let's start from the beginning. Thursday, Spooky receives an email that she was invited to her first ever influencer event by Urban Decay. Of course, she was over the moon about it, and I was just as excited as she was. Knowing at the time that it didn't say anything about a +1, I thought I was just going to take her there. She would have fun in Charlotte, which is about 2 hours away, and I would just, hang out at IKEA. We have a couple friends up there. All is well. So I put that behind me. Then we found out it was on a Tuesday, the following Tuesday, and it was Thursday. Tuesday's a work day for both of us, so we already immediately started scrambling to find a way to get off work. We both were able to get off work, and everything was looking good. So going into the weekend, it was all about preparation. So it was supposed to be a rooftop pool party at the Omni in downtown Charlotte. Supposed to such a foreboding word in this story. So, we prepare bathing suits, we try them on, we think about going to get some. I think we actually went and looked and shopped for new bathing suits. Luckily we didn't get any because we have a ton of bathing suits and we were able to talk ourselves out of it because that would have been useless spending. So, come Tuesday, the morning of the event, it is pouring rain here. And Charlotte being only 2 hours away, we assume that it's pouring rain there because it's just up the coast from us. Lo and behold, we receive an email that it's been moved indoors. No more rooftop pool party, which would have been a lot of fun, but took a lot of pressure off of us being in bathing suits in front of a ton of strangers and influencers. So that was a plus. Downside, we had to come up with outfits on the fly. We did. We were able to put them together and we looked, what I would say, pretty damn cute. I was really excited. I wore one of my favorite outfits that you guys seen on the channel, and Spooky's was equally cute and amazing. So hopefully I'll pop them up. I'll pop up pictures throughout this. So if there's random pictures popping up, that's why I'm adding them in post just for you to see from our phone. So off we go on our trip to Charlotte. We had a 2-hour drive ahead of us. The entire drive, we had, varying levels of butterflies. I always have, a pretty good amount of butterflies going into a new situation. That's normal. It's normal. Without fear, there is no bravery. You have to face that fear in order for bravery to exist. So, being brave like I do, carrying my pastel flag into battle, I then turned to Spooky to make sure that she is up and running, because the butterflies were really starting to get to her. She was able to pull through, and we were starting to get excited. We make it to Charlotte, and phase 2 of obstacles kicks in the fact that we've never driven through downtown Charlotte. Like, we go to Charlotte all the fucking time, but we go to IKEA, we go to friends' houses, or we park downtown and just walk. But actually driving downtown fucking sucks. So to get somewhere where we could be near the venue in this rainy day, we just couldn't find one. So we end up parking like half a mile away. And we're like, it's cool, we can walk half a mile. I wore a super light short black dress that the wind was just like, you know what? You want to flash everybody all the time. So I'm walking with I'm holding the skirt on both sides, knotted on both sides, please don't fly up. I'm a good girl. And eventually we're like, fuck it, call a lift. So we call a lift. And the lift right there was the final step. We were about to step out of this vehicle into the great unknown. We didn't know what we were walking into. We didn't know who we were about to see. But it was that moment where the light bulb triggered and we put our game faces on. We knew who we were. We knew what we were there to do. Which in hindsight, we have no idea what we were there to do. We were just like, all right, let's go and have a good time, right? Let's make friends. Let's make new friends. Let's do this. So we walk in. And it immediately reminds me of high school and the fact that everyone is in these little cliques of people The first thing I notice is that we are clearly, I'm the only cross-dresser, and Stephanie, or Spooky, is the only goth girl. So we're like, cool, right on, let's hit the bar, because they had a free bar. And they had amazing food, like free food. So we're like, we haven't eaten all day, let's sit down at this table, let's get a nice drink. We both got whiskey sours, and we walked over to a free table and sat. And I'd say there's about 25 people there of every shape, size, and fashion except for kawaii as fuck and goth. So we were still just like, boop, there we are, a little indie bubble. We got some food and desserts and tasty cakes, and I hope I'm popping them up as I'm saying this so you guys can see it like you're there. Eventually I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go pee. Oh no, before that we went to I was like, let's just go have a good time. So we start taking selfies and pictures in front of the Urban Decay wall and just having a good time, like, let's have fun. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go pee. So I go pee and I come back, and Spooky in her infinite glory is talking to a whole circle of people and making friends, and I was so proud of her. It was like, put a moment in that, because it's one I want to relive for the rest of my life. I was so proud of her. And I don't even jump in. I just was like, I'm going to get another drink and I'm just going to watch, because this day is about you. I'm just here. I'm your arm candy. And she was really adamant about me networking also, but I didn't want to take that from her. It's not even taking it from her. I just wanted to be her accessory. I wanted to be, something that boosted her. It meant more to me to do that than anything I would have gained out of this. So there we are. She's talking. We're still the only goth girl. And then the two people running the event come out, and lo and behold, one of them is goth also. And gorgeous. So I was like, Spooky and her about to hit it off. And hit it off they did. And I was so stoked on that. And here I am, and we're introducing us, and she, this is my partner. Look at us, we're cute. We love each other, and I wear pink and she wears black, and yay. And then they have these gift bags, and it's like Spooky knew what they were gonna be pushing at this event, right? She just knew, because it was this eyeliner, this mascara, and this setting spray. And the girl asks, hey, have you tried any of these products? And Spooky, in her infinite wisdom and her brilliance, used all of them that morning. So she's like, yeah. And then the woman immediately grabs her phone, hands it to Stephanie, and is like, okay, cool. Will you do like a video testimonial about the products? And like your best friend or your partner, where you can look at each other in a sharp glance and it's like you spoke a million words? That happened. And we just immediately like shoot glances at each other, but don't want to hold too long, and shoot back. And the whole time I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, you got this, you got this, you got this, feed off my energy, you got this, you can do this. And she did. And I was like, go over there, do it where there's good light. Boom. And Spooky films this whole testimonial. I don't think we've seen it yet, but it's there and it's on their phones. They have them all cataloged. And I was, once again, just so proud of her. So the event started to really pick up, and we were really starting to talk to people, and it was so cool to see all these people from different walks of life with different senses of makeup and fashion, all like being there and listening to their stories of how people get to where they are. It was so cool and exciting to be a part of that, and to think, like, we're here. Like, you did things to be here. You all did. That's so cool. And it got me really juiced and excited, and we made a ton of new friends. It's crazy how, you pick up things as a hobby and they become a passion. And then they give you this name, like an influencer. And it makes me think. It made me think about the Legion. if I'm an influencer, if I am what they say that I am, the only thing I want to influence you to do is to be yourself, to pick up and think, to expand your mind on gender and fashion, to face your fears and be brave, to fight every day to be who you want to be, to explore and wander and stay curious, to see a path, then forge your own. Yeah. If I can influence you to do anything, that's what I want to influence you to do. It's crazy to think about. So, the event ends, and we made a ton of friends. The goth girl that Spooky had been talking to invited us out to the Urban Decay headquarters in California, which is a goal now, to try to make it out to California. It's something we'll be really focused on saving up to do. I'd love to do that for her, and for her to find a way, for us to find a way, right? So we're pretty excited about it. So on the drive home, all we could really think about was how exciting that was, but also how we're the only people that had to travel there. All the other influencers that were there were from that city, Charlotte. Not us. We were from 2 hours south in a city called Greenville. And it really made us think that the area around you has this inherent ability to affect your dreams. It's scary to think about, but it might be true. Like, are we stuck here? Are you forced by the city you live in to be a certain way? Is there a place out there where being what we are isn't so against the grain? Are we making this harder on ourselves? It's food for thought, and thoughts that are plaguing me. I have to wonder, what else is out there? There could be a move in my future. Who knows? But I owe it to myself to investigate, to push further, to explore the great beyond. So, who knows? Maybe I'll move. Maybe we'll find a way. Maybe this pink palace behind me is only temporary. But I'll tell you one thing. I'm not afraid. And I'm ready to carry this torch. And I'm ready to fight forward. So this has been the story of our Urban Decay adventure. I hope you had a good time. And I hope you'll like to see more of these in the future. I'm going to try to do one every week, right here, on Patreon. But no matter what, I appreciate you. And thank you so much for believing in me and supporting me. I'm Tara Pierhart. You guys are the Lovelies. And together, we're the Lovely Legion. I hope you enjoyed the story. And I can't wait to see you again next week. Bye now.